This is intelligent behavior. Okay, does it give us a clue as to how they work? No. Does it give us a clue as to why they're here? Curiosity seekers? No, we don't know. But it makes it important that we recognize that there is an alien presence, for want of a better phrase. You say falsifiable. Well, okay, let's go through some things. If aliens are visiting here, it would seem they ought to be seen all over the place, not just in the United States. I'm not making this argument, I'm repeating other people's arguments. And of course the answer is, well, let's check. Oh, look at that. We get sightings from all over the darn place here.
But that's evidence to support your right. It's not evidence against it. It's not a falsifiable part.
Well, it could be if you say, hey, no, they don't come. They're only seen in the United States. That would falsify. There's a whole bunch of these things which are, like, is there any difference between those that you can explain and those you can't explain?
I just what I really want to know is, what would it take for you personally to say, no, I think I'm wrong here. This is...
and say none of them are alien spacecraft?
To say that, yeah, that we're not being visited by alien spacecraft. Is there a way that you would accept that? What would it take?
Well, I'd have to throw out all the evidence that I've seen that they are. I have to throw out what they look like, how they behave, what they don't sound like, meaning the absence of sound is kind of important when you talk to pilots about watch on the ground, this thing going by and no noise. There are a whole bunch of pieces of data that I have to throw out. The abduction case, what do I say about the Betty and Barney Hill case? Those are midgets hired by the CIA, that's possible, but I don't think so.
About that case, they did their regression, didn't they do hypnosis for that, to get him to tell his story?
There was a whole lot of data before they ever saw a hypnotist.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, because it was mentioned in, when you were speaking about it, you mentioned the hypnosis.
Dr. Simon used hypnosis only to look at...
It has been shown that it's suggestive, though.
Dr. Simon was not one of those people who suggest, can hypnosis be misused? Boy, you bet. I've heard people put words in the mouth of witnesses all the time.
It is a suggestive, kind of creative state of mind that they're put in.
No, because these guys, first of all, the original instructions for both Betty and Barney were to tell the truth, only the truth, always the truth, etc. That was a very strong admonition. And when Dr. Simon tried to get Barney to say, well, aren't you just repeating Betty's dreams? No. Why not? Because Dr. Simon instructed me to tell the truth. I mean, so I mention him because he deserves a great deal of credit for being able to get shell-shock war veterans back to normal lives. And he didn't do it by putting words in their mouth. Quite the reverse. He had them relive a terrifying experience. I mean, that was the general run. And so he wasn't suggesting, he didn't know anything about flying saucers. He had no other abduction accounts to use as a basis because there hadn't been any that had been publicized. It turns out it wasn't the first abduction.
At that time, there's a lot of pop culture that